Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Hunter. You're watching Unexpected History, and here are just a few of the things that happened this week in history, October 9th through the 15th. On October 9th, 1635, Roger Williams was banished from the Massachusetts Bay Colony after religious and policy disagreements with government authorities, particularly King James, because Williams believed, and rightfully so, that the land used by the colonies needed to be purchased from the Native Americans, not just taken from them. A few months later, in January 1636, Williams founded a permanent settlement, a settlement we now know as Providence, Rhode Island. October 10th is the 242nd anniversary of the Great Hurricane of 1780, which claimed between 20 and 30,000 lives throughout the Caribbean. 884 years ago, on the 11th of October 1138, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake struck near the Syrian city of Aleppo. An estimated 230,000 people died, although accurate numbers have been lost to time, making it potentially the third deadliest earthquake in recorded history. Although the idea was originally conceived of in 1670 by an English scientist, with relatively primitive prototypes used intermittently in the late 19th and early 20th centuries for various breathing issues associated with diseases such as polio, the first practical iron lung respirator was initially used at Boston's Children's Hospital 94 years ago on October 12, 1928. October 13th marks the 715th anniversary of the dawn arrests of hundreds of members of the Knights Templar by King Philip the Fair of France, a misnomer if ever I've heard one, on charges of heresy. Some reports say that the king was deeply in debt to the Knights Templar and seized upon spurious accusations of criminal activity by the order to make the arrests and clear up his debts to them. The arrests are occasionally and incorrectly cited as the origins of the myths surrounding Friday the 13th as an unlucky day. For the record, there is no definitive cause for the superstition surrounding Friday the 13th, but rather a combination of many myths and legends. 114 years ago, on October 14th, the Chicago Cubs beat the Detroit Tigers to win the 1908 World Series. The Cubs wouldn't win the World Series again until 2016, 108 years later. And last, but certainly not least, 33 years ago, on October 15th, 1989, Wayne Gretzky, widely acknowledged as the greatest hockey player in history, became the National Hockey League's all-time leading scorer. When Gretzky retired in 1999, he was the holder of 61 NHL records, and his jersey number, 99, was also retired by every team in the league, making him the first, and thus far only, hockey player to be honored in that way. Thank you for watching This Week in History on Unexpected History. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and follow or subscribe to the channel. Those two things alone help more than you possibly know. That being said, I'd like to thank my one and only Patreon supporter, Sue, for making this video possible with her support. If you'd like to help out the channel even more, click on the link tree in my bio or the video description and pick a way that works best for you, whichever that may be. Until the next time, I hope your day is pleasantly unexpected.